I don't know where.
Should we do a special introduction now?
Well,
it's episode 100, isn't
now I
it?
feel like I've got to look somewhere. Just look there. I'm looking somewhere. Welcome to the Apollo Audio Podcast.
Oh!
My God. Yes.
That was no different.
I know.
We were just on film.
Already I'm self-conscious. Hello, Billy.
Hello, Martin.
There's a thing going on that's like different from usual,
Yeah, it's
which
like
is making
Big
me aware.
Brother.
I'm partly aware of it because it's there. I'm partly aware of it because will it work or not?
Yeah.
But it's because I said to you, this is episode number 100
Well done.
of this podcast. Well done. That's amazing. We had about a 3-year gap in the middle.
Yeah, that's fine. No one noticed.
But no one knows about that. They're still the most popular ones, all the first ones.
Oh, really? All Miles fans.
We haven't caught up yet.
Yeah.
I say all Miles friends.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
But this is episode 100. So we had a plan for what we would discuss as something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And then somewhat foolishly, I think, now that I'm doing it, I suggested, why don't we film it?
Yeah.
So this may work, or I may need to like edit out a new intro later on to go. But at this point, I'm going to say, to celebrate episode 100, we're visualized.
Yeah, if it goes tits up.
If you want to watch us,
It's just going to be
you can find us
audio.
on YouTube. And if I really get it right, you might even be able to watch this on Spotify.
Oh, wow.
I think.
That's well clever.
I think that's how it works. But there's a lot that could go wrong
Yeah.
before that happens.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to the normal audio version of this, and I haven't put any disclaimer on it to say that there's no video, at this point I'm going to say, if you're listening to this audio podcast and you want to see us in action, check us out. We'll be on this YouTube version is actually visualized.
Do you reckon they're really shocked at what we look like? Do you
Yeah,
reckon they
maybe.
pictured like different people?
And now they'll maybe go like, oh, that's Billy and that's
Yeah,
Martin. I
yeah.
thought it was the other way around.
Yeah.
'Cause I put the text on the podcast thing, like cinemas.
Yeah.
It's like who gets priority billing.
Yeah.
You know they do that. Have you seen that? You've seen that on like movie posters.
Oh,
So,
what? It doesn't actually match up to the photo sometimes.
The name above the person is not. It's normally the other
That
way
always
around.
annoys me, yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they've got to sort out the billing. So it's like if you're on the left, you're like getting premium billing, but if
Yeah.
your name's on the left, then that's premium billing. So it's like a sort of trade-off.
Oh, okay.
it's
So
not
where
like
am I?
the
Where am
star. It's like it was co-stars. Well, that's why I did a sequel.
I? Oh, I see.
So you're on the picture. You're on the left, and I'm
Yeah.
on the right.
Yeah.
But that says with Martin, Lumsden and Billy Hills. So it's
Oh,
like
I
it's
see.
flipped
Gotcha.
on the text.
But now you know.
That's a professional thing. Now I'm thinking, are we like visually now? We should be like Ant and Dec.
Yeah,
Now
we
I'm
should
thinking,
go
are
on.
we the right way around?
Just flip it.
from
It's
the
fine.
image. Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
There you
most
go.
things do anyway, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
I always find that weird. Have you ever actually seen those TikToks and Instagram reels? When, like, I know some of them are flip perspective, so they're the wrong way
Yeah.
around, and like text is back to front and all that bit. But the ones I really hate is when they flip from one to the other.
Oh, yeah.
So you like see someone's like facing left of the camera, and
Yeah.
then suddenly next shot they're facing that way on the camera, and the next shot they're facing that way again. And like, nobody makes films like that. That's just terrible. Anyway, sorry, by the by, 100 episodes.
Yes.
That's something.
It does not feel like it.
That's something.
When did we actually start it? How many years ago was it?
We did the first one, 2021, end of 2021, I think.
So the first year of the studio then?
Yeah, we were in the first year of the studio. Well, that was the other reason. That coincidentally, this is, I know we were already sort of celebrated 5 years of you taking over
Yeah.
the studio, but my studio closed 5 years ago, and I started working with you 5 years ago. Basically, virtually this week.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Can't
it's
believe
almost like exactly a 5-year anniversary, and it coincides with the 100th episode of the podcast.
Meant to be.
But yeah,
I
think
can't
we
believe
did-
how that actually worked out, because the story was I went to...
cheers.
Cheers, thank you very much. I went to your...
We don't always do this. Oh, they're always drunk.
I went to your studio, right, I was in the process of getting this studio.
Yeah.
Well, I might have even had it, but the control room, as you see now, was an absolute tip. You couldn't even walk into the room.
I saw some pictures of it the other day.
Yeah.
It was being used as a cupboard.
Yeah, literally. And it probably wasn't until probably about 2 years ago, a year ago. So I was, even though I had a studio, I had no one really to record yet, because we were still setting it up. So as I said before, went to you when I was like 12 with Play Something, Rock Experience.
Yes.
So I knew of
that's
you
right,
then, and then wanted to do some vocals for a band I was in. Went with my mate Will, and it just happened so that you said you're closing, and I said, oh, I'm opening one.
Yeah.
And I was like, it couldn't have been more
You
perfect.
said,
really, could it?
how does it all work? You've got a studio.
Yeah.
Is it a good idea?
Yeah.
I was like, well,
No.
funnily enough.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, the timing couldn't have been more perfect.
No. And I remember moving all the stuff in. I got my mate Jimbo to help me with the stuff. months later, and you used to just come and hang out at the studio. Remember, we used just to chat about ideas and that, and
Yeah.
it's mad how it's all worked out.
Yeah.
And now we've got some proper gear in the studio now, and soon to get more.
5 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every time's an upgrade, right? That's there's always that next kind of, all right, what do we do next to make this better, and what do we need to do next to make this better? So it's been a constant process of just keeping to tweak things. So it'd be ideal if you had like unlimited cash.
Yeah.
You just go, let's rebuild
Yeah.
the whole place, but that's impractical for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
So you kind of maybe. It's like, I was going to say, it's like watching your hair grow, but that doesn't really apply to me. Or maybe
both of us.
Sadly. I was going to say, like, you can't actually see your hair growing, but if you like sort of like, as people say, like, losing weight, I didn't realise I'd lost weight or whatever, but if you see someone a year later, you go, blimey, you've changed.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. If you
you've got fat.
If you, if you see like pictures from 5 years ago, you really notice, or if you haven't been in for 5 years, you come in and go, wow, it's really changed. But if you've been here all the time, you might notice the changes quite as much.
We were saying before we just came on, is like, I think we've finally got the vibe in this control room now. We've always obviously been able to record, had the equipment, and the equipment's got better. But now I think we've really achieved the vibe of like the lighting and the posters and everything. It feels like it's come together. And it's just, the feng shui is nice, isn't it?
The feng shui. Yeah. You know, there are things like, I think I said this to you, things that you've done, which I don't know if you actually know feng shui or you're just saying that. But there's areas of the rooms that signify certain things. So you have energy blocks in certain places.
Where the energy comes from right now?
Bits are to do with finances, bits are to do with travel, bits are to do with friends and like business and relationships and all that bit. So like different parts of the room, depending on, and it's all orientated by the way in.
Oh, wow.
To the room.
So, I know what I was doing.
Well, you did, because I came in and went, oh, you've put plants in the financial corner.
What makes that the financial corner?
Symbolises growth.
Oh, wow. I hope so.
But it is.
Yeah.
It has got a really good vibe.
Yeah, it's cool.
Really nice place to hang out. It's always been a good place to hang out. I think people have said that all along.
No, Charlotte was coming in the other day, and it's buzzing Monday, because Monday's always busy anyway, because we have the choir.
Yeah.
So it's always like loads of different people come in.
Yeah.
And fully booked out. I've got my band classes, and there's loads of students about. They've got bands in general, people drink at the bar. And it's just like, it's just such a cool vibe. And she literally just walked in to drop me off dinner. She was getting her steps in. And she's like, she said she wants to stay at the bar and just sort of like chat.
Yeah.
Because that's the vibe, what people have here. It's just like, everyone usually comes out. If you're booking in 7 till 10 or whatever, you're going to come home with a cup of tea around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, in you. And everyone's out, and everyone's just chatting to each other. Yeah. Got the Mortal Kombat machine outside now, and everyone's playing on that racket. You can turn it down, don't worry, you can put it on mute. And it's just cool. It's just like, everyone sort of helps themselves. Everyone sort of know the ropes here, even if you're a new customer. I think everyone feels like welcome, and it's cool. It's very like, obviously we run the place, but it's everyone's to use really. It's a 24-hour place. Yeah. You can make your own cups of tea. You can go and get your drink. We're very honest about this sort of thing here. And
yeah, it's very much an honour system in a lot of ways, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming and going and taking care of everything. You take care of the gear takes care of you, all that stuff.
Apart from drummers, I bought 3 new clutches the other day and they've gone already.
Oh, that's awful.
Everyone, apart from drummers, everyone else is welcome.
Clutches have gone already.
It's so annoying. Bought some nice ones as well.
I was going to say, I can understand it's easily done, but it's not really easily done.
No.
Not really, because if you're taking your, you've got to take your hats off. If you presumably brought your own hats, you put the clutch on. Yeah. Why are you not taking the clutch off? I forgot. Did you? Yeah. Did you though?
I had one the other day, and bless me, did bring it back. Someone just nicked the whole. Do you know we've got the earbuds? The whole thing. He said, sorry, I accidentally brought that home. How do you accidentally bring a box of like earbuds? Yeah. I talked to the student band yesterday. They were going like this. It's like, I'm so sorry. I put tissues in their ears. I was like, oh. He dropped it back, bless him. I was just like, how do you even like mistakenly take that?
I thought it was a box of sweets.
Yeah.
And discovered they didn't taste very nice. That's a big shame.
Yeah.
What else been going on this week?
Well, we did a music video in the loft yesterday.
A music video in the loft?
Yes. Wow. So that we purposely wanted it to be really uptight and close and look a bit like industrial.
Was it not really hot?
It wasn't as hot as I thought it would be.
Okay.
But it was all right. And the amount of stuff we got up there, Jack didn't even have to bring up a drum kit. We had legit everything. We had like
You had a drum kit up
there? Yeah, just ready to go. But it looked really cool. And we'll probably put a photo of it later.
Yeah.
Tay, who's our mate, the whole point of the video is we're playing around Tay doing like live artwork of us playing.
Nice.
And it was really cool. And we like time-lapsed it and got some photos. And yeah, that was really cool.
That's cool.
I had our first weekly jam at the studio on Thursday. I believe it went really well. I heard it from above because, again, we was filming.
Yeah.
And everyone, again, really enjoyed it. It's a good vibe. I think there's about 15 odd people in the end.
Nice.
Which is really good for a first one. I think it's only going to get bigger.
Yeah.
And we had like a house band. So it's run by our mates at Pen Pal Records. So they're like the house band. And just bring a fiver, have a drink at the bar. Again, we have people that just want to come and watch.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
right.
like, if you just want to come and see a bit of music and then you're not quite sure the first week, if it's your first sort of thing, and then...
Yeah.
Like, and there's all ages, all different abilities. I had one of our... He's great, he's grade 8. He was 17-year-old Lewis. He turned up and played.
Yeah.
But then we've got older students who might not be as experienced, but they just want to come in and they've been practicing songs here, and I heard them play it in there.
Well, it's a great way to get experience.
Exactly.
Without, like, massive pressure.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of, you're with peers, you're with friends, you're with people, you're not going to be judged on that. You're not trying to kind of make sure you've got everything right for an audience.
Yeah.
It's a good way to kind of learn a lot about performance, playing with other people.
And meeting people, like I just said,
meeting other people, yeah.
I was about in earlier today, it's like, we want to get a new guitarist in. I was like, come to the jam night. There's loads of guitarists there.
Yeah.
And it's a jam, it's half jam, half open mic.
Yeah.
Just sort of like whatever sort of comes really. If you want to jam a new song or you want to have an idea or whatever, then yeah, do it. It's just very like, it's 2 hours for a $5, which I don't think is bad at all
good
really.
to me.
And yeah, again, just a vibe. If you want to come watch, if you want to come play, you can do what you want in room 3. It's very cool.
Nice. Which is it's a nice big room. It's the one through
Yeah.
there. Look, we can
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
Because it's the one through there.
What else been going on? Just been busy with rehearsals. It's all sort of...
Did I see you in a boxing ring?
Yes,
with
that
the
was very
band
cool.
as well.
Yeah. That's always been my dream. Like my second love from music is boxing.
Yeah.
And I've always had the idea of doing like music video in a boxing ring. And the club I go to in Hoddesdon, they very kindly let us use their actual like canvas in the ring. They're quite expensive. He basically said if you break it in any way, it's £1,000. I was like, whoa.
Okay.
But Ransom, who we do all the videos with the body, he's great. He does all the photos for the live gigs.
Yeah.
He had this 360 camera set up because we thought, how are we going to do it? It's quite like over the ropes sort of thing. It might get in the way, but he just set up in the middle and we can edit how we want then.
Yeah.
And it also, so you can also pan to one person, or you can have that thing where it looks like a flat earth sort of thing where everyone's like looking at once.
It's not a fisheye.
Yeah.
It's not a fisheye.
That sort of thing though,
but
yeah.
I know what you mean, yeah, from above thing.
Yeah, we're trying to do videos in weird places. So what have we done so far? We did outside.
Yeah.
It was very weird, but again, industrial.
Yeah.
Did the loft. Did the boxing ring. I think we're going to get one of our songs called Lost Souls. This is just the body podcast at some point.
Yeah.
I thought that. It's just all about, Luke's going to get tattooed the lyrics as he's singing it.
Yeah.
So he's got to try and grimace through the pain of getting it done. We're going to be playing in the background. So
okay.
it's all about...
It's good though. These are the things that like make you stand out because you're thinking about just different ideas. You could just, perform to camera or text videos or whatever. But when it's such a visual age, hello again cameras.
Yeah.
Everything wants to be like on screen these days.
Yeah. It's just cool doing it. Like regardless of like if it goes anywhere, I loved that. It felt like it's something I've always wanted to do. We're actually like, even like there's no like label backing us to do this. It's like we're doing it ourselves anyway, and had fun doing it.
I think it inspires your creativity as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just like keeps you. I've said this before as well. Actually, I think it continues that gang feel about the band as well.
Yeah,
Like we're part of a gang. We're doing these things.
Yeah.
And you could just like show up and rehearse and show up and rehearse and show up and rehearse. But when you get all these little extra bits to do, like you've got the gigs, but then we're doing a video, we're doing a photo shoot, we're doing a whatever, press release, interview, whatever it might be. All those things kind of you got that gang thing again. About we did that thing, and you're creating your own history as you go along. I think
it's something to look back on, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
That was really cool. Yeah, been busy, and got student bands gigging at the weekend as well to look forward to. We've got 4 bands. It's kind of
summer festival time now.
Yeah, 4 student bands on the Rock at the Castle lineup, which is like the
first weekend in August.
Yeah, which is like the big sort of Hartford festival. And to have 4 bands on, like, so 2 what I put forward because I help out with the equipment and that.
Yeah.
And 2 got in off their own accord, like FO1, Fishmongers, like 15-year-olds, they're amazing.
Yeah.
7 Car Pile Up, great name, which I practiced with them.
7 Car Pile
They
Up.
are amazing. Well,
Yeah.
they're all amazing musicians, but Ollie in particular, the guitarist, he must be in like year 8.
Yeah.
I want lessons of him.
Wow.
He
That's
is like, he did this sort of thing earlier. I was like, I don't know how you did that. And it's just, they're amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely watch out for them. But there's a Hartford Beer Festival tomorrow, then they've got a couple bands playing.
Oh, this won't be out in time for that.
Oh, no, sorry.
No, this won't be out in time for that.
Yeah, but yeah, plenty going on here. Yeah. all
Awesome.
good.
Do you know the band Placebo?
I do.
What do you think of them?
I think they're cool.
Yeah.
I think they used to, one thing I know them, they tuned up their guitars. Rather than like drop tuning back in the 90s, like it was all like the craze. They went like up, right, even rather than doing a capo, they'd like tune up.
I've just seen that they've completely launched, remixed, revisited, I think. They went back to all the original tapes from their debut album.
Yeah.
And they've basically redone it.
Oh, cool.
So kind of like, what if we were doing this now? What would we do with it?
Yeah.
So it's not even like a remix necessarily. They've just completely gone back to the original album and gone, let's do it again.
Bring Me the Horizon literally just did that.
They've not like re-recorded everything, but
Yeah.
they've sort of brought it up to date. And I saw it listed on one of the best albums of the year so far.
Oh, no way.
That's fascinating.
So I don't know if it's the same as Placebo, but Bring Me the Horizon says like, back then we weren't even playing the songs properly. We didn't know, like the drums all over the place in that part. Rather than remastering, it's just like polishing a sort of turd, they said. So let's put like 2026 like production on it, sort of levels. It's the same sort of song.
Yeah,
I don't know if it is.
Sounds like the same idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool, and that's like a death metal album. And they've sold out Manchester Arena, was it the Co-op, which is the biggest arena in the UK now, isn't it? Doing 2 nights there of a death metal. I can't even. It's too much for me. And they've done a new song because if you know Bring Me the Horizon, they've gone a bit poppier now.
Yeah.
And it's unreal. And I'm not shocked by much music, especially like you listen to the extremes of music. Like, there's not much you like will completely shock you. There's this guitar tone I've never heard on it,
Oh wow.
and it just like took my face off. I was like, I don't know how. And I was watching this great podcast.
This is good, right?
Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
There's this great podcast. I forget what it's called now, but basically they do like metal shows, but they have the guitar plugged in, and it must be plugged into the interface, everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's all like, do you ever heard like quad cortexes?
Yeah.
And so they have that in, and to get like a really nasty guitar tone, he'll purposely like de-pitch it by like 16 cents or something like that, so it always slightly sounds off like like these people that are just so like.
It's thing that I've discovered, like things like that, crazy things that I use, that you think, does that really work until you try using it? So I've done things like you slightly offset like a delay and detune it for the same reason, and you create a bit of stereo width on a solo on a mono track.
Yeah.
You suddenly make it sound like a really interesting stereo spread.
Yeah.
Just by using a little sort of detuned delay type thing,
so cool.
and push it off to the left. And the nice thing about that is if it does need to come back to mono, you're not like collapsing everything. It doesn't all disappear.
But that comes like, again from
stuff.
experiment, like we've said before. You want to try and sound like someone, but you still want to sound like you, and have them like little ideas where you can make it better, basically.
There is this sort of crazy creative stuff, which I think, I just saw there's a new free sampler. Abbey Road have launched a new free sampler, which is all based on samples of like sewing machines and scissors and bits of cloth being ripped up and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
I said, like, why have you done this? It's fun.
Oh, that's something's because I saw one today, again, a TikTok of this like amazing plug-in guitar tone. It's like, oh, this must be recorded like, in Abbey Road. It was recorded in a 2006 Mercedes, like in the front seat.
Oh,
and they've got the
cool.
acoustics of like, and it sounds unbelievable. Like it's almost too clever now. Like,
yeah, but you've got to try these things. I mean, that goes back like even to the original distortion fuzz tone amp tone, right? It's because they'd like take a knife to it.
Yeah.
Fuck up the cones.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
That was like, well, you can't do that. I've done it.
Yeah.
Do you like the sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll do. That's mad, isn't it?
I remember the Beatles story. They said like all the settings on, I don't know, it was a compressor or something. They were all at like 7.
Yeah.
And like John Lennon would be saying, well, what happens if you put them up to 10? And they're like, oh no, we don't put them up to 10. Say, but what happens if you put them up to 10? We don't put them up to 10. Let's put them up to 10.
Yeah.
It's that kind of attitude of,
That's so
let's
cool.
see what happens.
Yeah,
It'll sound terrible. Okay, let's
Yeah.
have a listen.
That's so cool.
You've got to have that little bit of bravery, I think, to kind of go, will people like this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fun. I like
Yeah.
it.
I don't know whether I'm jumping.
Otherwise, you just stay in a really safe zone all the time.
I don't know if I'm jumping ahead too much, but the album we're going to talk about, or this, that wire. Sorry, I'll turn my phone. That wire bugs, that fuzz guitar tone.
Yeah.
On it. Where'd you get that? That's not a normal preset. That sort of thing. I feel that's like a studio thing, or he's spent time dialing that in. It's not like a normal like big muff sort of tone.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a studio sort of tone when you spend time on like getting it. That's really cool. I love stuff like that.
And some has been, messed about. Sometimes I'm like, sometimes I feel like, I'm not a guitarist.
Yeah.
So I don't know loads and loads about guitar tones, but sometimes when I'm mixing guitars, I think that's probably quite a good thing. Occasionally, at least, because I'll be going like, well, I'll just create something that wouldn't have been created otherwise, because I'm not thinking in the same way as a guitarist would have in the original thing. Usually, that'll be if I'm like adding an extra layer to it or something like that. That's when you kind of really sort of mess things up.
Yeah.
Try and keep, obviously, don't try and change it.
Yeah.
I've changed your tone.
I've just re-recorded it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've changed everything.
Yeah.
It's usually if I'm adding a layer or something, or stereo spread or something like that. But yeah, sometimes it's just like, no one would do that except you.
Yeah.
And that's where it works, right?
Well, that's what you pay your money for. You not only get your time here, you get you as not just an engineer, as a producer. And you want that input. It's like having a fifth member. I always go to the studio, you want to add someone else's opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you could just record it yourself. I know not everyone can, but you want that second set of ears, really, don't you?
Yeah, and having someone to say when it's good, because it works both ways. Sometimes it is a kind of, I think we should do that again because we're not quite caught it yet. I'm going to push you a little bit. I'm a producer. I'm going to make you work harder because I think you can do better.
Yeah, and also when it's done as well. Like,
but I was going to say that's the reverse is true as well. And you're going, do you think I should do that again? And go, no, you've done it. It's fine. Stop.
Yeah.
Don't need to do it again.
The best takes
got it.
Well, one when you've got character to them, they might not have been perfect. Like we said the other week about what was it? The David Bowie song where he doesn't sing it very well. That's great.
Oh yeah, we talked about Alanis Morissette,
Yeah.
David Bowie, all sorts of things. And we're going, it's the imperfections that make those things really stand out, not the perfections.
Yeah.
Getting it all right. And so many, I've seen so many people talk about this kind of stuff. All those sort of great 70s funk tracks and things like that. If you put them to a click, if they had solid tempo, they just lose all their feel.
Yeah.
There's loads of push and pull in those. The choruses are faster than the verses, and it's not because they're like trying to go faster. It's just like that's what happens. It's all the energy in the song. It just adds to it.
Yeah.
And just by
now you have to beat map it.
everything,
so it's perfect.
and you just lose so much by doing that, or pitch correcting everything, or editing everything so it's dead right. Stop it. Celebrating our 100th episode then.
Yes. Or before we do that,
Oh yeah.
I've got it's only a silly little present. I was in.
Well, it's the best kind. Especially
I was in Margate.
Especially as I didn't get you anything.
No, it's fine. Next week you got another week.
I know, I've got it.
I was in Margate and I was
Yeah.
looking for there's a vinyl thing.
Yeah.
I thought I'll get Martin a vinyl, and I spent ages looking.
Yeah.
I was looking for like some of your favourite bands. There was literally nothing there, Martin. I've done the best I can. The closest thing I was like thinking of getting, there was this thing of like, I don't know, it was like sort of like Folly Sounds, of just like Glasgow. I was like, that's not even where it's from. So I can't get that.
No, it's like,
And you'd never listen anyway. Anyway, it's just a silly little present because I know you like the band that she's in.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you've ever heard it. You might hate it.
The band that she's in. Who is it? Oh, wow. Aha! Yes. Very good. Show to camera.
There you go.
French Kissing in the USA by,
Do you know that one?
by Debbie Harry. I
Is
do.
it a good song?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, it is. It's because, Blondie had been a big deal for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know whether this sort of solo career was I'm just going to do a couple of things solo, or whether the band actually split up and she went and did solo. I'm not really sure which it was.
No, you can
But
go
of course,
and find out.
she was like the face of the band.
Yeah.
In fact, to the extent that most people thought she was Blondie.
Yeah.
And, there was a campaign. We might have talked about this before. There was a
Yeah.
whole thing that said, they had T-shirts and stuff that said Blondie is a band.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal. And I'm not sure which one it was. But the interesting thing about this song is immediately it makes me think of being in the student common room in Edinburgh when I was first at college.
Yeah.
Because this would have been around about
Oh,
that
no
time.
way.
So it was like, you hear it on like when they had jukeboxes. Do you remember
No
jukeboxes?
way.
When they would you'd have to go and pick a song and play it and all that bit, and that would come on this because it was just out then. So actually, it immediately kind of goes. I've never owned this. I do like it, but I've never owned it.
It was literally the only thing
But I
I
do
thought
have
you might
really
like.
good. I do have really good memories of this.
There was some weird. Yeah, it was just a vinyl sort of market thing.
Background painting Andy Warhol.
Oh well.
How about that? I know.
Have I just given you an Andy Warhol?
You bought me a Warhol, yeah.
Coming back.
Didn't realise it was that good. That's amazing. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Love it. We decided we would do, I mean, funnily enough, because we did this a couple of weeks ago, we talked about one of the albums that we produced here, Yes. Bones, but we thought let's do a little bit of a review of sort of 5 years worth of stuff that's been... Wow, so there might have been a few of these that you'd never really heard before.
No, I was surprised with a few. I obviously recognise most of them, but especially, should you do it in order?
Yeah, because I've sort of worked on all of these, and I made a little playlist of stuff that I thought you might know about, and some of that you might.
We'll have to put this in the description.
What did we actually do here? Yeah, and I can.
We'll put it on the Instagram
down there.
link. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I picked. What did I do? 10 songs I picked. So yeah.
What's number 1?
Live Tomorrow Today. But I mean, it's not so much about the song, more about the band. Obviously, I just had to pick up. I had to pick a song that made a difference. But Live Tomorrow Today by Common Orchids, who's Matt Lowers.
I remember he was one of our first, really, wasn't he?
And he's been coming back consistently. I mean, all of these guys pretty much keep coming back, which is great. It's not like, we did that one thing and then nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Matt will be back in soon because he keeps working on stuff. We just had a new single came out last month, and there's 2 more that are already recorded that will go out.
Yeah.
Common. I mean, when he came here, he had nothing apart from some ideas from some songs.
He's a one-man band, isn't he? I remember you saying and you usually lay the drums down. There's usually a certain way you do stuff, isn't it? But he did the guitars first, didn't he?
Kind of normal to put the sort of foundations down first. So you might put down a rhythm track and then you'd lay it on top of it. But he did it the other way around for most of his initial songs. There's still a bit now, to be honest. So he put the guitars down, and then everything else sort of afterwards. So there's a little bit of reverse. Cool. It all works. But the interesting thing is, for me, working with it and recording it and producing it, is that, especially when I was working with him initially, all I'd heard was a guitar. And that was it. So I heard these songs coming together as we put them together, because they'd not been demoed. I'm not saying this is a great idea, but this is how we started. We don't really do it that way anymore, for good reason. But it was I had no concept of how these songs were actually going to go, because I just had a guitar. And then you get some drums on, you go, all right, now I've got a little bit of rhythm. And then you'd get the melody and the vocal on, you go, oh, there's the song. Right, now I get it.
Yeah.
And it was really fascinating to do that in that initial stage. But very quickly, said he started with nothing. He had some ideas for some songs. Some of them weren't even completed, complete ideas when he first started with them. So he was still sort of writing as we went on, but we got stuff down. Very quickly got a few singles together. Not long after that, we put an album together. And since then, there's been another 4 EPs, I think, done since then.
Oh, wow.
And a number of singles. So he's really racked up the tracks. He's been very consistent in his songwriting, very consistent in putting stuff together and getting it out. Do you know Groover? I think he's done a bit with, I think it's Groover. It's one of those places where you submit tracks for playlist placement and stuff like that,
cool.
and you get feedback as to what people think. But partly through doing that, he's had good feedback on his songs, but he's also picked up new audiences and got a lot of streaming plays through getting positions on playlists and stuff like that.
And he started, how old was he when he started out? It's not
he's in his... I don't even know.
No, yeah. But he's an adult. And he started...
Very much an adult, yeah.
Yeah, and this was his first thing he's recorded, isn't it? And his...
Yeah, he'd been in bands before, but never really gone and recorded stuff.
Yeah.
And partly his whole songwriting really started when I think he broke his leg.
Yeah, oh yes.
And he had been a drummer.
Yeah.
But when he broke his leg, he couldn't drum, so he started playing guitar.
Yeah.
And he started writing songs.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, the reason I say that is we've seen his whole journey basically.
Yeah, very
really.
much so. It said very
as
much
Common
when
Orchids,
he first came with an idea, it was these are literally just ideas.
Yeah.
And we started working stuff up and putting it together. So to see him go from that, I've never done that to before, to now being so much more confident about his songwriting and his performing now.
And like in the studio as well,
really
do you know
tell.
it's different? Like he knows
Oh,
what's
yeah.
coming next, sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so his confidence in what he's doing, and again, going back to something we said before, his willingness to stretch ideas and just go, I like this as an idea. I'm just going to try it out. One of the songs we did recently, Dream or Reality, it's got so much. It's almost like he's using the guitar almost as like sound effects. It's barely like what you'd recognise really as just a sort of guitar part. It's so affected. There's so many other things going on, like just like swirling around, and multiple layers of vocals with loads of atmospherics on them.
Cool.
Spoken word.
Yeah. I noticed that in that track. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's very good. Live Tomorrow Today, I think it's got one of his ones that's got the most streams, I think. Which is kind of why I picked that one.
Yeah.
Picked that one. But for me as well, I really like there's an organ part that comes in at the end of the song when it goes into sort of repeated coda thing,
Yeah.
which was me.
Oh,
and
cool.
I really like that because I was going for a Noel Gallagher High Flying Birds type sound on that track.
Yeah.
I don't know if you think I got there, but
I'm not.
that's what I was.
Yeah, cool. I didn't instantly think of it, but now I do. That's very
what I did
cool.
it for. So I really like that bit. Something in between. High dives.
My faves.
Yeah,
The boys.
I kind of still think that's one of the favourite. I mean,
I think it's the best sounding thing we've done.
For like, I don't want to disrespect anyone else, but it's like, oh, that just worked.
Yeah.
Just the sound on it is
The drum
great.
sound is great. The snare.
Yeah.
I think, and it's a great song
Nick
as
got
well.
married the other day.
I know, so yeah.
So congratulations, Nick.
And they're great boys. They did the first. So it must have been 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It'll be 5 years October that they played the first studio gig here, as well, and that feels mental. Are we still live?
Yeah, that camera's gone off. That camera's gone off.
That's fine. We're still being cool. It's fine.
I think should I check? Yes. We've got no wide camera.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
we've got the other ones.
And I remember...
We'll cut to a shot of an empty chair.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
I remember them coming in and sitting in this session a bit, and it's like, you know they're going to be good. They're such cool boys. And Lemmy does half the art on the drums here, and all the art you see in the toilet, that's on Lemmy. It's very much been a part of the studio from the beginning.
Yeah.
And we finally got them into the studio, didn't we? It took about 4 years.
I mean, that gig that they did, when they did that gig, they said, yeah, we'll come in and record. And it was like 4 years later, basically, when we actually did it. But boy, was it worth the wait.
Yeah.
Because
did they do 2 days, 1 day?
They did 2 days, so we did 2 tracks over 2 days. It had been a sort of, well, we want to make sure we get one.
Yeah.
And we had enough to get 2 done. And double A-side, effectively, was how it went out. But yeah, it was just one of those, they knew what they were doing. I remember getting a message from a producer friend of mine saying, love the guitar tones, going back to guitar tones, love the guitar tones on this song. And I was like, I mean, he was kind of suggesting that I'd done a great job on them. I was like, well, no, yes and no, because that's what they sounded like. My job was to make sure that it sounded like it sounded like.
Yeah.
But I didn't make those tones.
Yeah.
I just made sure that I got those tones
Use the right mic.
tracked.
Yeah.
But that was all the guys in the band that were doing that. I didn't like kind of go, oh yeah, we'll manipulate it afterwards or do anything like that. That was all. And again, it was not quite the same as Bag of Bones, but it was done. It was in the room, tracked. We did we double tracked stuff. We overdubbed stuff.
Well, they recorded it together in the room.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound like. It sounds like a band, but it doesn't sound like live like Bag of Bones does.
Yeah. No, it wasn't, because it wasn't quite the same. So
Yeah.
we didn't just like stop there.
Yeah.
Basically, so there was other takes done and retakes done and overdubs done and all that bit. But they were all in the room playing
That's so
together.
cool.
And
Sounds really, really tight.
That was
Love
a
that
great
one. It's not to have favourites, but they're my favourite. No, they're cool.
They are the favourite.
No, I just love their sound. I always have done. I think they're really cool
those
guys.
are 2 really good songs. I'm really pleased with how those come out. Really proud of those. The next one was one I thought you probably haven't heard. I've put a track called Momentum from a album called Elysian by Catherine Hamilton.
Is that Kat, the piano lady, violin lady?
No.
Oh, I thought it was her.
But she is a piano. She is a piano lady, and Jack knows her.
Oh, cool.
She was teaching. at the same place as Jack in Ware, I think.
Okay,
for a little while. Not anymore, I don't think. But no, she pianist, came to such lots of songs, all instrumental basically, all stuff that she'd written on piano, but she does also play violin. So what's on this track, that was the piano, we basically used her piano at home to record all the piano stuff and stitch things together. But the interesting thing for me on this one was all the strings were recorded here.
Oh, cool.
So all the violin parts and sort of lower violin parts, etc., they were all done here. So we basically created a string section. It's just her.
That's amazing.
But we layered up like 16 performances of her playing those
I didn't know if it was
parts.
like a production of like you playing it, but to have that, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds really cool.
So that was the fun to do that. There's other bits of production touches and sort of extra bits of drums and things like that that were put on it. But that was the thing that I thought was fun, was like, how are we going to do these violins? And it's like, I want a big string section. Do we get 16 people in? So no, we'll just get you to play it 16 times. Yeah. And then we'll add them all together, so it'll kind of sound like.
Do you need like a big
people.
room for that, or you're in the vocal booths, that sort of thing? Like
for the violin, no, use the live room for the violin, because you want to get a bit of air on a string sound like that. It needs time to develop. So if you're too close in, it can work. Depends the sound that you want. I mean, going back to the Beatles again, but something like Eleanor Rigby, for example, you can kind of tell that all those strings are quite close mic'd. You can really hear the directness of them, but that's how they wanted it. Yeah. But quite often you want the strings, especially if it's orchestral, you want those. You need a lot of air. You want the sound time to develop by the time it hits the microphone.
We were saying about the room the other day. We don't know why that room works. Because like sometimes there's a sofa in there.
Room 3. Yeah, it shouldn't work.
It shouldn't work because there's. But it does, doesn't it? Drums sound great in there.
Yeah. Well, that's that character thing. Yeah. Right? Why Not? And Brand New Day.
Yes. I was well impressed with this one.
Yeah. Still working on new stuff with them. And I'd worked with them, going back to like saying about the studio that I used to be in, I did the first stuff with them 6-7 years ago, something like that maybe. And they had been in a band called Wasted Rhymes, who did used to rehearse here quite a lot. But Sue and Verna, and Brand New Day was unusual for them because when they're performing, they were doing a lot of covers really. But Brand New Day is their own song, so they really wanted to make that into a single. Yeah. So it's just the two of them. Yeah. But we did the same thing as we do, lots of harmonies on their vocals, double tracking guitars, and then adding bits of production to it. Do you like that one?
I did like that one.
I thought you might be a little bit surprised because you kind of, there's an idea of what they might expect from that band.
Yes, yeah.
And then you kind of hear that and you go, oh. And for me, that's the joy of recording, right? It's because when they go out, it's just that they've got one guitar, two vocals, and they need to make it up. Yeah. But when you're like recording with them, you can get right. Well, let's play. She played 12-string, played 6-string.
Yes, I thought
bass.
it sounded 12-string. Yeah.
So you've got all of these being
I didn't expect it to sound as big.
And then you can double up those vocals, double up those harmonies. Yeah. All that just creates so much more depth to the song, and you really get a sense of what they're really good at, which is creating those lovely layers. Which they can't do when it's just two of them playing live. But when you put them, say like, let's add another, they're like so good. It just like,
I thought 12-string was great.
Add another layer.
That was really cool.
So that's really nice. Going back to more towards the beginning again, and Hickey.
Yes, my favourites.
They're my favourites too.
No, we've got a lot of history with Hickey.
That was another early session.
Oh, they were part of the first gig as well, weren't they?
I think so.
Yeah. So, it's great. I listened to this song a lot. Is there 3 songs of this?
They did 2. We've done 2 with them.
I love the harmonica. I don't know if it's on this one. There's a banjo on one bit.
Yeah, Why So Sad, yeah.
That was an idea in the studio or something like that, wasn't it, as well? Like
Steve would kind of know, again, it's one of those things where you think you know what you're going to do. Yeah. And, they're a 3-piece. Yeah. And they came and played the songs and did all that. But I remember Steve would like come in and say, I've got this little organ thing, I want to play this. I was like, yeah. Really? Yeah. And I'm going to play some harmonica. Okay. Yeah. And you just like add little bits of banjo and stuff. It was just like, towards the end of it, it was just like, look, can I play this on it? Yeah.
Was that a live thing again, or did they punch it in?
No, that was, how did we do that? It was played live, but not to be tracked live. We were basically just capturing the drums. Steve was in here singing,
Oh, cool.
And the drums were in next door, and the bass was DI'd. So we were tracking everything at the same time, but nothing had any spill.
Yeah.
And the vocals were just basically for guide.
Yeah.
So that they were then retracked later
Yeah.
on. So it's just like, so everyone knows where they are, and you still
Yeah.
get that vibe, but you've got that complete clarity of
Yeah.
what's going on. So we did it that way with Hickey.
It's such a cool band. If you like your like dancey sort of rock, like acid house stuff,
Yeah.
then give them a shout. And they're such a cool band.
And he's such a good performer, Steve.
Oh, watching them live.
It's so good getting the audience involved.
Such a cool front man. Yeah, love them.
Very good. Chloé Ann.
Yes.
Sweet Nothings is the what I put on here.
Yeah, great bass on this song. Fantastic bass.
Well, I mean, again, it's one of those reasons why I talk about this one. Chloe's great, and we've got a new song with her that's just about, well, it is finished now, so it'll come out soon, hopefully. But this is maybe the first time that we got the opportunity to do the sort of whole session musician thing, which is one of the things that we can really offer to people who want to work with us. So I just play guitar, I just sing, I don't have anyone to play drums, I don't have anyone to play bass. We do. So if you need anyone to play drums and you play bass on your songs, then that's what we did. And with Chloé, this was our first opportunity to really do that with her, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
Yeah,
and she's got better. And that's a great song.
I'm excited
Her
for the new one to come out. Yeah.
Is even better. But it's lovely. Again, another one who's really good with those layered harmonies. She's really good with those concepts of like this. I want this line, then this line, then this line, and it's layering those things up, and doing things very beautifully.
Yeah. I've said it before in podcasts, but it's like I'm always surprised how much local talent there is that could be if they was in the right area, if they had the right backing. If this is like, it's Olivia Deany to me. If she released this, I wouldn't think, oh, what was that? It sounds like a fully made song already that's been like produced. Like,
do you know it's an interesting thing that you raise there, because there is that. Well, some of it says luck, right? But you've got to put the work in to get the luck. I think that's true. It's amazing how much luck comes from work.
Yeah.
So, but some of it is just like getting the right chance, getting the right opportunity, being in front of the right people. You've got to do the gigs to be able to do that. You've got to do the sort of social media marketing so you can get all of that. But sometimes it is just that was just a fluke, and it made all the difference. But also, it makes me think, like you said, there's those opportunities for songs like this, and not everyone likes this idea. But you said, like, Chloé, you're writing great songs, and you are performing them. Quite rightly, you're performing them yourself. But they may find a home with another singer as well. If you had publishing for these songs, if you went to a publisher with these songs, they might find themselves, I know Olivia Dean basically writes her own stuff, but let's say an Olivia Dean equivalent who's building tracks together and looking for song ideas. Yeah. They might go, oh, I love that one. I want to do that. I want to do that song on my album. And maybe they'd develop, maybe they'd recreate something, but it'd still be you, and you're in the market there. I know that people have had problems with, like Ray saying she had problems with actually being forced to do that rather than being able to put her own stuff out. But then you look at like Madonna's career, which is virtually based on picking other people's songs.
She did find Deftones though, so
yeah,
that's fine. I'll forgive her.
That's what happens. But yeah, like I said, it's interesting. There's all sorts of ways through. Puppet and the Dwarf, another band that I've been working with for many years. I
love the way they
delighted
work.
that they followed me here, basically.
Yeah, and they just come in on the weekend. Do they come in with ideas, or they just come in like, I want to try this today? And they've always got this mad keyboard. They've always got some mad piece of equipment I haven't seen before. They're like made in a lab, like.
Yeah, it's either like something brand new that you've never seen before, or something that's about 30 years old
That you've forgotten.
that it's like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Makes these crazy sounds.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, and I'm not doing them a disservice by saying this, Rob particularly, it doesn't really know how to play these things. That's not his. That's not his style. It's just like, no, I want to just make sounds out of it. And I'll go, that's a good sound. That's a good sound.
He had like a chaos pad once, I remember, or something like that. That's
Yeah.
Whatever you're thinking it is that.
Yeah. And then bits will just like show up on songs because it's just like, I just want
really low in the
that
mix.
little. Well, sometimes not really low in the mix. It's like, sometimes it's really loud in the mix. It's like, I really want that bit.
Yeah.
And they love dissonance. And this is one of the things I love about them. They love that dissonance. They love that testing sound.
Yeah.
Of, this is not what you would normally expect. In fact, a lot of the time, if it sounds too much like a kind of, oh, that's what everyone would do.
Yeah.
They'll just try and push it off in another direction to go like, well, let's just not do that.
I think they're the perfect sort of example of sort of like the vibe we want at the studio as well. They come in, they're part of the furniture. They'll come and make their own cup of tea sort of thing. They'll make me a cup of tea. They'll make you a cup of tea sort of thing. Like, and then just here and they'll leave their stuff out. It's like it's their studio as well, and I love that. And it's just like, oh, they're back in again.
Yeah.
It's so cool and they're comfortable, and I love the stuff they make.
Yeah, I like that one. There was that's from their last album. We're just about finished up on a new album, which is a lot more orchestral stuff actually, because Andrew's been studying orchestral composition.
Mental.
So they've added lots of sort of more traditional sort of rock instruments, electric guitars and drums and all that bit, but then added all these sort of orchestral parts to it and long interludes. It's great. I love working with them. They're so excited. They're always coming up with brand new kind of, well, we haven't done that before.
Yeah.
and I love that. Dan Thomas.
Yes.
Is It Enough Yet? Again, another artist I worked with for a while, but like came here to do his album, which again I was really delighted about. And we hadn't, when I'd worked with Dan before, it was him and me. And we did do an EP where we had a couple of guest vocalists on, but it was basically just him and me. We did the whole thing. And it's Dan doing his stuff, solo acoustic, which is, often when he's playing, that's how he goes out. But my God, did he have a desire to do a band album?
That's so cool.
And it was great.
Yeah. No,
It was really
so
good.
great.
And that was rehearse here. We've talked about this a lot on the podcast. That was, he got his band together, they came in here and they rehearsed. Pre-record, let's get these songs together, let's get these parts together so everyone knows what they're doing. So when we're in the studio, we're not wasting time when we're recording. And then we knocked those 10, 11 tracks, I think, together fairly quickly with the drums and the bass. And again, it was like Dan was doing sort of guide guitars and vocals for the guys in the room to play the bass and the drums. And just ran through it. I want to say as fast as possible. That's not quite right, but we knew we had a limited time with everyone.
Yeah.
To be
You
able
get
to
it done.
this
I think that's the majority. I've never had the luxury, and only 1% of people will, to have just like, oh, we'll come back and do this another day.
Yeah.
You are tight on time in the studio, and you make it work. And sometimes you cut the fat, and I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned, especially in songwriting as well. Like, sometimes that verse you don't need a double verse or a third verse or like that. Not when you come to the studio, the song's already written, but like you get stuff done and you perform and you catch that lightning in a bottle, don't you? Like
and you've just reminded me of something. Like I said, that we rehearsed those. They'd rehearsed those songs. They came in and did those things, and we had limited time because they're not a band. Yeah. But it was a bit sort of session musician, I suppose. But it was all Dan's mates. They had been in bands together in the past. There's all people that he would have, in an ideal world, he would be in a band with them, but they've all got different things that they're doing. So bringing them in. But you've also reminded me of that collaborative effort again, where these are Dan's songs and he structured them and the arrangements were fine. But I remember on one of the songs when we were like, Dan had a certain way of doing it, and when the rest of us were all like, no, that doesn't work. I think we had a slow down. It's either it went from slow to fast, and then back to slow again, or fast to slow and then back to fast. I can't remember which way around, but all of us were like, that doesn't work though. we need to not do that. Like it needs to carry. I think it was like we just said, and once it started going fast, it needs to carry on going fast. And that collaborative thing about having that discussion, Dan being willing to listen to it, and not just like going, no. But everyone going, it's not like it's wrong. It's just like it feels better if we do it this way. It just everyone feels happier.
Because wasn't you singing? Not singing, sorry. Wasn't you sitting in on some like their rehearsals as well?
Yeah.
Like that's a cool thing.
I did that sort of pre-production idea to go like, I'll get a, and we were passing demos backwards and forwards to each other before we got into the studio, so we could hear the songs, know what's going on. I came in, had to listen to them putting it together when they were rehearsing as well. So you just like create that big collaborative team, so that short period of time in the studio with the band. We spent quite a lot of the time in the studio with Dan himself afterwards, layering up guitars, layering up vocals, doing all that kind of stuff. So that was all done afterwards. We just got all that basics done. We had limited time with the guys to do the drums and the bass.
Exactly, and that's where you save your time doing pre-production stuff. But you're always very good at like meeting the bands before they come in. Like you'll come down if they're rehearsing and they've like even have the thought of the idea of come to record. not like you're a salesman, but you'll ask all the questions, you answer all the questions they've got. They can come have a look, and
yeah. I mean, it's maybe a little bit extreme, but it does feel like you sort of become part of the band for a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
So you want to know what's going on, and you want to be like, I kind of say, as soon as someone says to me, "I want you to produce this record," that's the day I start.
Yeah.
Is the day we agree. It's not when I come into the studio. The day that I start producing it is the day that we agree that I start producing it, and from then on, I'm producing the record. It's not just the time that we're in the studio. It's not just the time I'm doing mixing. It's the entire period from start to finish that we're working on it. FO1.
Yes.
Who it's only just over a year ago
Really?
that we had that first meeting.
That feels like so much longer.
It does, doesn't it? But it was about April or May last year, I think. Had that first meeting with FO1. So you knew them already?
Ish, because when we was doing the college thing,
Yeah.
and I've been teaching them weekly as well. And they're a band that, again, similar to doing what Body does. They're not just thinking about the music, they're thinking about doing the reels, getting the content, they're doing merch and all stuff like that, and it's really refreshing to see. But not only that, they've got the songs to back it up.
Yeah, and they're 16.
Yeah.
Or they were 16 when they started, I think.
And some of them are younger.
17 to 18 now, I think.
And I think that's just not what you expect from a 16, 17-year-old band. I always think, like, bands come in like that sort of age, they're going to be like an indie band or like a punky sort of band. That seems to be that sort of like my first band sort of thing, or doing covers. Yeah. And they're trying to be the Beatles, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, it was really nice with them. Again, I feel honoured in a way. The nice thing about that was they really trusted me and trusted the studio process and trusted us here, because the reason we had that first conversation with them is because they'd had a bad experience with another producer. Gone in, recorded songs, had a really bad experience with this producer who just, I don't know, I don't even know what to say about it. It just didn't work, let's just say that. Didn't go well, and they came out feeling bad about the whole experience. And they asked me, you know, what the first conversation was, does this sound right? Does this sound good? Is this what would work? Is this how it normally goes? Is this good or bad? And we, you know, came to the conclusion that maybe this hadn't been the best possible way forward, and I said how I would work differently from that. And then we've done 5 songs, I think, with them over the last year. Yeah,
they're great. They actually went to Metropolis.
They did, yes.
One of the biggest studios in the world, and they've decided to come back here regularly after that. So we are better than Metropolis.
That's right.
If you're going to take anything away from this podcast, just take away that.
That we're better than Metropolis.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good. In fact, they have we are recording this on the 3rd of July. They have a brand new song coming out tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
4th of July. Mystery Man.
Oh, is that not out yet?
It's out tomorrow. No, that's been knocking around for a while.
Yeah, I felt like
they've sat on that one for a while to release it. But yeah, that's coming out tomorrow. So yeah, really excited about that. Hitting the
They're definitely going to be
airwaves.
Yeah.
And then the one that that's sort of slightly different for me, but you mentioned it earlier on, Wire Bugs and Stereo Mafia, which is slightly different from the rest in that I didn't produce this one, didn't act as producer on this. I worked more as the engineer on this. Which I also loved, was collaborating with Steve Pink, who was
amazing musician,
working with Wire Bugs to put their stuff together. And again, just love the fact that we collaborated on that during the day. When Steve was in here, he was like, "No, you do the engineering stuff. I'll do the producing stuff. So take care of everything. We work together on it. We consult, and what do you think? Is that good? You have a whole kind of chat about it. I just hope that they go away happy with another great period of time in the studio. That song. I think it's the only one they've got out so far. I know we have recorded more, but that's the only one that's seen the light of day so far.
And they're playing the studio 17th of this month as well. Yeah, I'm really excited to see them because the guitarist and the drummer, I think they've come here. I think all of them have come here in different sort of bands or the same bands, different names or whatever. So I'm glad to finally get them on there. Steve's done a bit of. He did some scratching on a Body song as well. Yeah. He's actually done one of my favourite songs ever. It sounds like a 90s just like dance track, like a bit Fatboy Slimmy. And I just listen to it regularly. Steve Hickey from Hickey sent it to me once. And I was like, I thought it was made by some like old guy because it's got that sort of like character to it. Like he might have been 20 in the 90s. It's made by Steve Pink, who's like my age. It's like so cool. Again, like what is in the water around here? Like you've got so many talented people. Just like, and I love that one. That's very much I liked it instantly. Like I said earlier, the tone on that grabbed my attention straight away because it wasn't like a normal fart. So I thought it was really cool. I thought the drums sounded great. Again, something about that room that's just cool. And I loved it. I loved how like short and sweet it was. It was like 2 minutes 20.
Something like that.
Done the job. It's cool. Wouldn't make me want to listen again.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't need to be long if it's good.
No.
But yeah, so it was sort of 10. I just thought I'd do a quick run through 10 that I thought were over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Bit of variety. Obviously, there's a lot of similarities in the types of things that we tend to work on, but I think they're all a little bit different as well.
Yeah.
But it is a bit about. It'd be very easy. No, it wouldn't be very easy. I'm not saying it is easy. What I'm not that interested in is sitting at home with a computer, like generating sounds on a computer. What I love is having people in this room and that room next door, and we go, right, let's play. Yeah. And we start recording it, and then we start messing around with it
and seeing it from
playing around with it.
The genesis of it to where it comes is such it's a magical thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's really cool.
But it's really good. But yeah, that's that idea. As I said, that's like becoming a little bit of a gang for a while and coming out of it with something that you feel really positive about and want to share with people. Yeah.
And like I said, I'll say it again,
best feeling.
We've got the whole 360 thing here, like with White Bugs. They rehearse here, they record here, and now they're doing a gig here. Yeah. They're going to get all photos out of that. They're going to get a live recording out of that. Quite cool, isn't it?
I think it's. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice one, man.
We're doing something all right. Here's the next 100 episodes.
Well, and the next 5 years.
Yeah. With a 3-year break.
I was going to say, if we don't have a 3-year break, the 200th episode will come round a little bit faster.
Yeah. That's mad.
But yeah,
been a pleasure.
Probably go back to the traditional format next week. I don't know.
You never know, this could go viral.
Well, if I can get the video working.
Yeah. Have you turned it on?
If we are still on video, we're still on video. And if like that centre camera there doesn't run out of battery, which it did this time. So if you're wondering why there was no wide shots, that's why. So you can't get both of us in it anymore. Yeah, nice one, man.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Second handshake. There you go.
Well done. That'll be.
You can give me a vinyl next week.
Cameras. Yeah, I need to
and the
get
cake.
you one now. Maybe I'll find you one of my old ones.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, just wrap it up. It's fine.
Give you something and go, right, I'm done with this now.
Just give that back to me.
Give that one back to you. Join us again on the Apollo Audio Podcast. From now on, it may be videoed. It's the future, apparently. Yeah. It's the future of podcasts, I'm told. If it doesn't take me too long to set it up or edit it, I'll do it. Apollo Audio Pod is the, at Apollo Audio, I should say, on Instagram. I'll do that again. At Apollo Pod, oh God almighty.
Oh, cross.
At Apollo Audio Pod, what's in this? at Apollo Audio Pod is the Instagram handle. If you want to write to us, it's Apollo Audio. Oh, got it wrong again. Oh no.
Just read it here. I'm gonna put it here.
I should just put a title page up. Yeah. Oh dear. At Apollo Audio Podcast is the Instagram handle. If you want to write to us, it's apolloaudiopod@gmail.com. Find all the details about the studio and everything else you need to know about recording, rehearsal, and our live gigs. Yeah. Tickets available now for the next gig. Or at apollo-audio.co.uk.
That's it. Have we got like a P.O. box or anything like that?
A P.O. box?
They used to say that as well,
I know,
didn't they?
Right?
I don't even know what it is.
Send us your entries on a stamped address envelope. It's 01811 805. I can still remember that swap shop number. 01811 8055. There's one for the old people. See you next time.
Thank you.